and BUBU David from Edo Culture and West. Today we are going to be sewing one side cowl kaftan. It will be a combination of two different fabric. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification button in order to be notified as soon as we upload new videos. We are making today, you can see this is one side cowl kaftan with keyhole. You can see the keyhole. I put the belt, but I will show you the process how I made it from beginning. This combination of two fabrics, one fabric at the dress aspect and the other fabric at the keyhole side. Please enjoy as you watch, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. And this is the measurement we are going to be using for our one side cowl kaftan. Our shoulder is 14 inches. Our bust, that is our bust circumference, is 38 inches. Our bust point, that is from shoulder to the breast nipple area, is 10 inches. That is why you have 38 lines, 10 inches. Our waist, that is our shape, is 34 inches. The circumference is 34 inches. Meanwhile, the distance from the shoulder to the waist is 15 inches. Our hip is 40 inches. That is hip circumference is 40 inches. The distance from our shoulder to our hip is 25 inches. Then our knee round is 36 inches, and the distance from our shoulder to our knee is 37 inches. Meanwhile, our length will be 54 inches. It depends on how long you want it to be. You can make it 56, you can make it 60, depend on your height also. Thank you. Now, to begin, we are cutting the dress aspect first before we now cut the kaftan aspect of it. Now, here now, I folded my fabric into two. And how do I know what to fold? I use my hip circumference, which is 40 inches to fold. I divided 40 inches by 4, I have 10 inches. Then I had, instead of folding 10 inches, I'm folding 14 inches this way. Then out of that 14 inches, the first thing I will do is that I will mark 1 inches. This will be for joining, what I will use in joining the two fabric together at the center. I will mark 1 inches, that I'm ruling the 1 inch from up to down of the fabric. Then after that one, I will begin my measurement from this 1 inches. Now the first thing I will measure is my shoulder. My shoulder is 14 inches divided by 2, we have 7 inches. Now instead of 7 inches, I will mark 8 inches with extra 1 inch sewing allowance. Then at the shoulder spot, I will step down by 1 inches or 1.5 inches. It depends. But because of the nature of the fabric I'm using 1 inches. I'm stepping down by 1 inches. At that spot of 1 inches, I will come down by 8 inches for my armpit mode. If it's sleeveless, you can use 7 inches, but here I'm using 8 inches, which I'm marking it out this way. Then from this spot again, I will measure my hip line, my bust line, my waistline, then my hip line and my knee line. My hip line is 10 inches, but I'm leaving half inches at the top for the joining allowance. This is my 10 inches for hip, for my bust. Then my half length is 15 inches. I'm still leaving the half inches at the top for joining. Then my hip line is 25 inches. I'm leaving half inches also for joining. Then my knee is 37 inches. That is for shoulder. This will be the shoulder area. Then now on this line now, that is where I will now begin to measure my circumference out. For the bust aspect, my bust is 36 divided by 4, I have 8 inches. Then I'm adding extra 2 inches wearing allowances, so that it will make the fabric to be free a little, because I'm not using the zip at the back. Then on my waistline, that is my shape. My shape is 34 inches divided by 4. Then I'm adding the same 2 inches. Then I'm coming to the waistline. On this my waistline again, I'm doing the same thing. I will measure this is my hip line. I'm doing the same thing. My hip is 40 inches. I divide 40 inches by 4. I have 10 inches. This is 10 inches. Then I'm adding the 2 inches extra allowance here. Then anything I get at the hip, I'm minusing 1 inches from the knee area. Automatically my knee will be 36 inches, just to give a little bit shape. Now my knee is 36 inches. If I divide 36 inches by 4, I have 9 inches. This is my 9 inches for my knee. Then I will add the 2 inches extra allowance again to the knee aspect. Then I'm joining the points together. Now my knee point, I'm joining it to my hip this way. Don't mind this, my fabric. I try different color of the chalk. No one is coming out on it. You just need to bear with me. Then from this hip, I'm joining to my shape this way. Then from the shape, I'm joining to my shape. From the shape, I'm joining to my bust. Then from the bust, I'm connecting straight to my armpit mode. Yeah. Then this is the 2 inches extra allowance I put at the front. I will also join them the same way, this way. Now this is my knee aspect. Then from the knee, I will flay out a little so that it will be free to move. We will not have obstruction in movement. And this is my length. My length now is 54 inches. Then I will add extra 1 inches so that for any or 2, it depends on you, you can add 2 inches, but I'm adding 1 inch because I'm trying to save fabric. I don't want to waste any of my fabric at all. Then now I will cut out this, which I will now use. Now this, let's start from the shoulder. This is my shoulder line. And now this is what we got. I'll shape it out. Now I open it at this spot because this side, one will be for this side and the other one will be for the back. Then I want to, this is the dress aspect of it, and I will cut out the kaftan aspect. Then we'll continue from there. And this is my kaftan aspect of it. Now I folded this way, about 28 inches. And how did I come about that? The first thing I did is that I measure 1 inches, which I will use for joining at the center, from up to down. Then this 1 inches, then I'm ruling 1 inches this way. Then and that is where I will start my measurement from. My shoulder is 7 inches. I'm measuring 8 inches. At that 8 inches, I'm stepping down by 1 inches again. This is it. Then from that 1 inches now, I'm placing my ruler from this side, connect to the 1 inches, then I'm ruling down this way. That is why I have this straight line. From here to the 1 inches, then I continue the line downward. Then now the next thing I'm doing is that I want my sleeve to be like 17 inches. From this 8 inches now, I'm measuring my 17 inches sleeve, which is here. Then I have 1 inches for folding. That is why I have 28 inches. That is 8 inches. 1 inches plus 8 plus 17 plus 1. Then from this spot now, I want to begin to take my lines. Now my waist, that is my shape, half length is 15 inches. I will measure it out. Then my hip is 25 inches. Then my knee is 37 inches. Then in between my knee and my hip, I will divide the difference into 2, which is 6 inches here. Then I will still do the straight line. But now I'm ruling straight line on all these points. On the points that I have here, I'm using chiffon. It's a very funny material. Now, this is a straight line from the half length area. This is another straight line on the hip area, and this is the measurement in between the knee and the hip, which I'm measuring it, and this is my knee area. Then the next thing I'm doing now is that I will measure my hip measurement, which is 10 inches plus 2 inches allowance. I will measure it out here. That is on the line in between the knee and the hip. That is 10 inches plus 2 inches. This is 12 inches, which I measure it out here. Then from the top here, where my line stop, I will measure 7 inches down for my round sleeve. This 7 inches. Then from these 7 inches, I'm connecting to the under the hip. This is my hip line. I'm connecting this way. This is the cowl aspect of it. Now I've connected from here to this point. Then from here now, I remember on my main fabric, I can place my fabric to trace the remaining out. This is the first one, the main dress that we cut out. I will just place it. I know this allowance at the back here is for joining 1 inches, which I still left the same thing here. But now, this is what we have. Now I can use it to shape the same thing from here, from the line under being between the hip and the knee. I can have the same shape and shape it out. But from here to up, that is where the difference comes from. Then my 1 inch is still behind for the joining. Okay, let me shape from the shoulder. This is my shoulder, and this what we get. I've shaped it out. I open this side also. Now I have 4 fabric, 2 here and 2 at the under, and this is my sleeve, my round sleeve area, where the hand will come out from. I just measure 7 inches, then I will knot it. Then from here, I've connected. This is the line in between the knee and the hip. Equidistance is in between. That is why I'm confident. I use the main fabric, the other fabric, the main dress to shape the other side. Then now I will take one of these, join to one of these, and the second one to the other one of it. I place this, the dress aspect, on the kaftan aspect. Then the face is facing each other. Then I hold down, I stitch along the 1 inches that I left for joining. Now I've joined them. Then this is what we achieve. But now I will use the two to face each other so that I can cut out my neck. Yeah, I'll show you how to join, but I can as well cut it at one by one. To cut my neck, I'm measuring 3 inches from this stitch. These 3 inches. That is the wideness of the neck. Then I'm going down also I can go down by 4 inches. The 4 inches will be the depth. Then 3 inches will be the wide. Then the 2 lines intersect somewhere around here. Then I will curve it because I'm using U-neck. It depends on the type of neck you are using. And this is the front. I can use the same neck for the back, or if you want the back to be higher than the front, you can decide to cut your own neck. Now I need to shape it out. Then I will use this to cut a facing that we use to turn the neck. And this is the neck. This is what we have for the neck. Then I'm using this neck to cut a facing, which I will use to turn the neck inside. For the sleeve, my round sleeve is 17 inches. Therefore, I'm folding 9 inches. That is 9 into 2, we have 18 inches. Now, from this angle, I will come down by 3 inches. Then, from here, I will take it by 3 inches also. I'm connecting these two spots together this way. Then from here a little blend, I will blend it a little to have this. Now from this spot, I'm measuring the length of my sleeve. We have 17 inches plus half inch sewing allowance at the top. That is 17.5 inches. Then I'm adding either 2 inches or 1 inches to hem the mouth of the sleeve. Now I'm using only 1 inches here. The same measurement, I will transfer it to this side. From up, we have 17.5 inches plus 1 inches. Then I'm connecting these two spots together. Then here, this is where I will measure my sleeve round. That is my round sleeve. Now I'm using 10 inches. That is 10. Then from this spot, I will connect to here, this way. And this is what we have. Then I will cut out this. This is our sleeve. Let me start from here. This is our sleeve. Then we use this to cut the second sleeve. And this is what we have. Now I open it up, the front facing up. Then I use the other one to cover it. Now I'm using them to face each other. And now all we need to do now is that this is our sleeve. This is where our round sleeve is. Then from under here, I'm sewing it all the way down. Then at the other side also, I will sew it to the sleeve from down this way. Then I will attach to the sleeve. That is all. For the keyhole, I will start from my shoulder. I will measure 15 inches to where my shape is, which is here. This is my 15 inches for my half length. Then along that same line, I will measure what I have at the other side here. I have 9 inches for the waist, which I measure 9.5 inches. Then after I measure it here, I have 19 inches. Then I leave extra half-inch allowance, which I will use for joining before I begin to open the hole. But for the hole, I just measure 1 inch round. That's why I'm having 2 inches wideness of the hole. But to sew this hole, we sew it from the front. We turn the fabric to the front before we begin to sew it. But now this will now form, this is where the shape, because after I sew here, the shape will be here. From here to here will be shape. Now I've turned the fabric to the front. I use the pin, safety pin, to hold it down here, Then to sew it, I need to fold half inches inside at the top, the same half inches inside at the bottom. I will fold half inches. Then I can use the safety pin to hold it around. Then I will go inside to sew that half inches. And this is what we are able to achieve. This is the front, and that turn around. This is the back. You can see it's combination. Thank you, congratulations. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification button in order to be notified as soon as you upload a video. Congratulations. Thank you.